time in the
It
Philippines.
is too, yes.
And the only general I've met from Salvation Army.
Oh, thank
This
you.
is the first time I've learned about Salvation Army.
Oh,
I've learned a lot from Major Mike. How long have you been with the Salvation Army?
Well, I've been with the Salvation Army all my life because the Salvation Army is a church. So my father was a Salvationist, and I come from a very large family in Canada. And so we were brought up in the Salvation Army as our church. And around 19 years of age, I got called by God to be an officer, which is a clergy or pastor in other churches. And I said yes to that, was trained as an officer. So I've been an officer for about 45 years.
But what is the mission of the Salvation Army?
The Salvation Army's mission is a Christian mission. The Salvation Army's mission is to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ, to serve without discrimination. We do want to connect people to Jesus as the Savior of the world. We do want every Christian who's a Christian to be really Christian, not only in their beliefs, but in their lifestyle, to be mature. But as the Salvation Army, we have a very distinct commitment to expressing our Christianity in social action and social justice.
But with how many years is Salvation Army already? It's like
The Salvation Army will be 150 years old in 2015.
would you say that you have accomplished your mission, or what have you done so far?
Well, we won't accomplish our mission, I would say, until we get into heaven. No, I think the Salvation Army has done amazing work. We serve now in 126 countries. We serve with heart to God and hand to man. And we serve almost where there's human need. You will see the Salvation Army. So in terms of, we try to move with every generation so that we are an army now of the 21st century. So we're dealing with issues that need to be addressed in the 21st century.
This is your first time in the Philippines, how was it?
Oh, excellent. I just find, I knew this because I've met Philippine officers throughout the Army world. So I guess I already knew this, and then you hear about the Army in the Philippines. I just found that people are very friendly. I knew that. I knew when I came they would be very, very friendly. So it's been marvelous. You've got lots of traffic.
Yes, you do.
You're very busy, you have lots of people. But the Salvation Army in the Philippines is doing amazing work. And really, even though the Salvation Army, in terms of numbers compared sometimes even with another church or another NGO, it doesn't seem very big in numbers, but its impact, community-wise, is absolutely amazing. And the Philippines has done a great ministry. It's known all over the world for Salvationists getting involved at the grassroots level.
What else is in store for Salvation Army?
I think the Salvation Army has its greatest days in the present and the future. I told our officers that today. Somebody had once said, there was a poster that said, 2 things you could give your children. One is roots and the other is wings. And I say that to Salvationists. We have wonderful roots in the Salvation Army. We have great heritage, great traditions, our great past. But wings means you got to serve the present age. You know, you got to be entrepreneurial, innovative. You got to take your mission and apply it to the age in which you serve. And I think the Salvation Army, because it has deep roots and it has wings, I think its best days are ahead of us.
Do you have words of encouragement for your soldiers in the Philippines?
Oh, the first word I would have to say to the soldiers in the Salvation Army is a huge thank you. I know your country, every year you seem to have a disaster. You know, floods, typhoons, earthquakes, and our Salvationists on the front lines are just giving their best, as are many, many people in the Philippines. So I want to say a huge thank you, not only to our soldiers, our Salvationists, but everyone who in a time of disaster pitches in to help. And I do want to encourage people, because I think even in the midst of difficult times, this is good Bible teaching, you know. In the midst of sometimes the most difficult times, the greatest blessings come, and God honors his people. So even sometimes our most times of suffering, I think we have a greater sense of the presence of the Lord because He is a man of sorrows. He is the ever-present Jesus. And when life is very difficult, we're more aware sometimes of Him walking with us. His presence is with us. So I want to encourage Salvationists. I want to encourage all of the Philippines that when you go through tough times, don't despair. He's with you.
Thank you, General.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
I hope you had fun in